Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. It's Monday, October 21st. Monday. Hopefully your week was good. My week was good, except for Friday. Friday was rough. I fell on the basement stuff. So, it started with, I dropped a pot of black beans that I cooked in the Instant Pot. And it wasn't a big, huge pot. It was only like a couple black beans. I cooked them in the Instant Pot. And they had been sitting on keep warm. So the pot wasn't really hot. And I pulled it out. And I turned to go across the kitchen. And I got about a half a step before it ended up all over the kitchen floor. I don't really know how it went from in my hands to on the kitchen floor. But it did. So I cleaned it up. And as I was putting the stuff I was cleaning it up with away, like I have to go down 2 steps to the basement landing and bit it on the steps and made it quick. Tripped down those 2 steps. It's a little ouchy. I'm still a little ouchy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So my day went Friday.
I was just... Last week and today, work was just... It wasn't bad, but it was just like, come on, equipment, can you please not do this to me today?
One of those days.
Weeks.
One of those weeks, yeah. Sunday was fun, though.
That was a drive.
We went on a lovely 2-hour drive to Columbus.
One way.
One way. To spend... what, like an hour and 15 minutes?
Maybe.
My niece ran state cross country for 8th grade. And so we drove down to Columbus to watch and spent about 15 minutes with my brother and sister-in-law and younger niece, and then watched her race for about 15 minutes. And then spent about a half an hour with brother, sister-in-law, and both nieces. Just saying hi and giving love and all that. But it was worth it for the look on her face when she saw us.
It also kind of helps that literally is the halfway point between where we live.
They might have been a little bit closer because it was the south side of Columbus.
But still.
So, and then we drove 2 hours home. It was a long drive for not a long time, but...
Yeah, before then, the darn lawn decided to grow.
Well, the lawn's been growing, but...
It's kind of hoping the last time the weather was actually cold enough where it shouldn't have grown, but it got warm and cold, wet again.
Nope.
Actually, I had to turn my AC on my car today.
So did I. I may have to turn the AC on in the house. It's a little warm. It's like 70... Well, okay, according to my computer, it's 77 right now.
According to my car, it was like 80 on the way home.
I didn't catch what the weather guy said that it was right now. It's toasty.
Very toasty for late October.
For October 21st. I mean, I can't complain. I like the warm, nice weather. But, man.
It was also a weird day because, at least if it did what they said it was going to do this morning, it's hotter now. Like, the high was around now.
Yeah, you get that. This time of year, you get that. The high is, like, late in the day. Because of the whole sun angle thing. So hopefully you guys had a good week.
Tell us about it below.
Tell us about your week. They've started construction on the new church office building. That's been my entertainment today. Watching them move dirt and the trucks taking dirt out. And it's been my entertainment.
I do like the fact that almost everybody at the, what's the name of that ceremony that we were at last week?
The groundbreaking ceremony?
Yeah, almost every guy there looked over at the crane and the little bucket dozer thing. I cannot remember the name of that thing. save my life. But every single guy there was like, ooh, I want to play with that. Like, just if you just need a hall dog, just let us add it. We'll do it for free.
Yeah. Father said that they gave him permission to climb up on it, but he didn't want to do it in front of everybody. And I cracked the joke that the neighbors would take pictures for everybody. And then he did it while we weren't home.
You had to warn him, didn't you?
Bet he did it on purpose.
No, he did it on purpose. He knows you. You go walk over there with your camera out.
I would. I tease Father, but it is what it is. Well, tell us about your week below, because I want to know how you're doing. Shout out to our commenters:
Andrea, Teresa, Anne, and Brigitte.
Yes. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you all for sympathizing about the kitchen drama. We have a new faucet. All is well-ish. Part of the counter the sink sits on is separated a little bit. But
Oh, I know how to fix that. There's 2 ways to do it. Leave it alone for a month so it finally dries out, because it'll take that long.
that's what somebody else said. Somebody said, if you let it dry over winter, it may just shrink back. I said, that's probably what I'm just going to do, because I can't afford to rip it out and fix it.
I can do that. Actually, I know what the fix is. It's just it might leave a little weird spot on the end of the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's already out. You just got to pop it out, cut about 1/4 of an inch off the end of it, and it'll go right back into shape.
I do know that the backsplash that sits behind the counter, we're going to have to figure something out, because that will not go back into shape. It was out of shape before, and it's worse now.
No.
So, all right. Well, whips. Nothing.
Yeah, my brain deep fried this. My brain's still deep fried. I still haven't recovered. Because I was supposed to take the week to relax, and then everything and its mother happened. So I don't know if I'm getting anything done this week, because I'm still mentally exhausted.
I'm sorry.
I think my crafting bug is currently sleeping somewhere.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully I can get a little bit. Hopefully I do want to try to bust open Death Scythe and get that started. Yes, the next one I want to do is called Death Scythe. When you see that, I'll start it a little bit. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to get some time on it, because I don't think we have anything planned. So I can actually have some time. But there you go, honey. Your turn.
Yeah, we don't have anything planned. Hold, please. When you clean and organize, when you forget where you put stuff. Okay. I started the week working on the November Star Touch Meadow Sal block. This month was the last month. October block was the last month. Find all of my blocks and make sure I have everything printed. And chug along on that. So this was my Sal prompt offering. And I did 301 stitches on it. Filled in where the missing color was. Finished up this column and started this column. This is the last column.
We're good?
Yes. And the border, and it will be done. Yay, team. Yay, team.
Okay, but what team? Myth and Magic, Daily 30, which one?
Well, I'm doing 300 stitches a week, every other week on it for Daily 30, so we'll go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It was Scarecrow week for Daily 30. So, I was able to match 3 of the prompts to Land of Liberty by Bent Creek. This is one of their zipper offerings. It's got a little charm that goes on it. And it's done on, well, I'll get into that. Let's open it. I did 625 stitches on it. So I filled in all of the letters here. Did both the birds. Started the flower, the Archie. I am going to find the DMC match to that. This is all done in pearl cotton. So I'm going to find the 6-strand embroidery floss match to this color to outline the banner, because my fabric is a bit lighter than the fabric that they stitched it on. So my banner is a little hard to see. This is done on 18 count linen. So it's done over 2 with pearl cotton. I think it's a number 8 pearl cotton. So I basically just have the little wood flower arch thing to finish right here. So lots of work done on that. Yes, quite pleased. And I just kind of kept cracking along on that and was like, okay, just keep going. So that was for 3 of the prompts. Something that is scary, because some people find birds scary. Something that is lovable, because some people find birds lovable. And a whip of choice, and tell us if you have a plan for it or not. I don't have a plan for it at this point. Did I never have a plan?
I plan to stitch it and see where the world takes me from there.
Yes. The prompt to stitch on your most valuable whip, I put my free pass up on because I stitched on something for the fall whip. And then I found the items that I was looking for my most valuable whip, so I could have stitched on it, but I didn't. It's fine. Okay. For my fall offering, Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks, her Fall on the Farm series. I needed to finish up Wishing You Well block and then work on this little piggy block. And so I did that for the fall prompt for Scarecrow Week, the E and the R on the monthly, and the magnet. The needle minder is right in the middle of it. And I did 816 stitches.
Like $2
between total, so 99 stitches finished up this block. And this block was 717 stitches to start it.
You can get a little bit closer when you're done pointing.
Okay.
When you're done pointing.
I'm done pointing. So I have the top half of this little piggy block left, and this project is finished.
Oh. Hope that was long enough. That actually is a bit of a strain to hold it out like that.
Right. Yes, it was great. Thank you. So we're hoping we finish this for November. That finished up the week. And this past weekend was cross stitch weekend. 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. Like, it's a whole thing. It started out as 24 hours stitching straight. I never did that. Then it was kind of devolved into a whole weekend so that if you didn't want to if you were team sleep, you could sleep. And
team sleep?
Okay, so it's a joke.
No, I'm just finding it funny that I actually can see people, like, I would be the weirdo where one year I was capable of staying up 24 hours anymore. I would spend 1 year, I'd spend 24 hours wide awake stitching, and the next year I would get 8 hours of sleep in stitch, and see if I actually got more productive stitching in.
Well, it started as this whole stay awake for 24 hours and stitch marathon thing that Jen at Quirks and Stitches started with her mom. It kind of evolved into people wanting to join, and then it really evolved into some people just don't stay up and stitch for 24 hours straight. So it kind of evolved into stitch like 24 hours of stitching in a weekend. Stitch as much as you can. And there's 4 of them a year. This was the last one for this year.
Little bit of information I got from her hubby. The first time they did this is because he was actually doing a 24-hour stream for a charity event for video games. Yeah. So she decided to support him by doing 24 hours of cross-stitching while he did 24 hours of gaming.
Mm-hmm. So, I have started marking my 24 hours of cross-stitch weekend because I don't usually get 24 hours of cross-stitching in with a new start. And my friend Beth Ann has also joined in. We started the same thing this weekend, which is Cottage Garden Samplings Hobbit House. Number 5 in their Fabulous Farmhouse series. Or in their Fabulous Houses series. It's a Hobbit house.
Can I live in a hole in the ground? It was a really nice hole.
It is a really nice Hobbit's house.
I just want to live out of the ground and hide from people. And eat 12 meals a day.
True story. And this is where I got 1,038 stitches in on it. So I basically,
Shut the door frame.
I have the door frame. I used this for the monthly, the last 3 letters of the monthly, CAT. And that's where I got. And this is on a custom 32 count fabric of mine. All of my fabrics are custom now because people don't appreciate me attempting to reproduce them. Excuse me. So that's a good solid start on that project.
People are picky.
They certainly are. And when I finish with the monthly on that, so the monthly is all done. When I finished...
21st, by the way. 21st! There are 31 days. There's 10 days left. A whole third of the month left. And I'm done the monthly.
Yes.
You're a rock star.
Well, there are people that like to brag that they get the monthly done in like 3 days. Because they stitch 1,000 stitches a day, but...
I'm not talking about the bragging. I'm just trying to say you're doing good. Jeez Louise.
I was able to get stitches done quickly because I had projects that were pretty quick stitches, honestly. Lots of big chunks of color.
Okay.
So I started when we got home. I finished that before we left yesterday to go down to Columbus. When we got home, I decided to pull out, because it was still early in the evening, I decided to pull out my Simply Charming series and I started this block down here, where my finger is. I somehow ended up deciding that I was going to stitch all 12 of these this year. Don't really know how that happened, but...
You're insane.
That's where we're at. And I got 218 stitches on this. So, just got the little house stitched in.
You want it back.
Stitched in. Okay, give it back. That's been my stitching. And that's it. That's been my stitching for the week. I had lots of quick stitching stuff this week, so...
Still amazing. Still take credit for how good you are at this.
Yeah, okay, I will. Today was card class with my card lady. My Stampin' Up! Lady. So we will start with this card. That's going to be really hard to see. Oh, there we go. It's a little anniversary card. It says happy anniversary on it. It's got some pretty paper, a little cutout leaf, and a bow, and it's very simple. But it's cute. And then we have this little guy. He's a little snowman with a sled and a tree. And there's a little, on the inside, there's another little snowman. Except I did that snowman in purple, so it's a snow girl.
Actually, that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Okay, Random story, real quick. The guy who I watch play that zombie game I play always patches in purple dye.
Okay.
Because purple is his favorite color.
Oh.
So a modder actually modded in purple dye for him, and then every time there's an update, he gets a new version of the purple dye.
Oh, cool. There you go. This is really cool. That started out as just plain white.
Wow! Is that the paper, or did you actually stamp all those snowflakes?
No. So this started out as plain white piece of paper. The trees are a layering. You've seen cards with the set before where I've done the trees and they've got the different shade, the oak tree with the different shades. This tree is also in that set. As far as like to stamp and do the blending with the shades with the inks. She used a dry embossing folder to make the snowflakes. Like that's what put the snowflakes on there, and then we used a little bit of one of the blues to sort of just kind of gently kiss the paper and make it blue. And there is a white tree in the middle here. It's not showing up. So this is really cool. So one of the lady goes, but trees aren't blue. It's an artistic color.
Actually, yes, there are actually blue evergreen trees.
Blue spruce.
And by the way, if you want to be technical, the sky isn't blue.
Personally, I think it just looks cool. I like it. And I'm really sold on getting that set with it's stamps, dyes, and stencils to do the layering color technique.
Can we tell that I don't like nitpicky people who try to ruin other people's fun when it doesn't hurt them in the least to just shut up?
True. If you thought that was cool, or card was cool, wait till you see this one. It stands up. It's a little stand-up tree. The little boxes. It's got a little sentiment on the back. But there's a little tree. There we go.
Would you like to know what my smart arse thought of as soon as I saw that? I'm going to fill that with Tootsie Rolls.
You could. And this is that same this green tree on here. That is what that white tree you couldn't see on the other card looked like. And then there's another die that matches it that outlines like that. I enjoy this stamp and die set. I have to get it.
Okay.
But I really think this card is fun. I think this card would be fun. Like, if you're those people who put place cards out with everybody's name for Christmas, this would be a fun thing to do. These really weren't that hard to make. But
I thought another fun use for that thing.
And if you are those people, rock on. I am not those people.
If you happen to have if you happen to have a big old gap in your Christmas tree, just put some ribbon around here and hang it.
It would be a cute ornament. It would be a nice little, like, mantle decoration, table decoration. I thought, if you made those boxes in different colors and used different DPS, the colored paper on here, you can make it look like a stack of presents. This card was fun. So those were cards. That was card making class this morning. And that's it for the week. That's been my crafting for the week. Plans? Yeah.
I'm going to try to get
Because we have no haul. Do I have a haul? No, I don't.
I'm going to try to get Death Size started. That's going to be fun. And what's really funny is that somehow this is the stealth member of the team. giant robots, and somehow one of them is stealth. Though he kind of has the D&D version. He has a barbarian's version of stealth.
Mm.
It's kind of hard for somebody to give information about you if nobody survives.
This is true.
Hence the nickname the Grim Reaper Death Scythe.
Well, there you go.
And he's also the just joking, happy, kindest member of the team. He just also just has a no witnesses policy for the first part of the show.
Yeah, well, there you go. The cat's back here being a cat and is laying like this. I'm like, what the heck? Yes, you're being a cat.
What are your plans?
That's what I was looking at. Okay, so this week for Daily 30, we're doing Breast Cancer Awareness Week. So the first prompt is to stitch all your stitches in the color pink. I think it's 200-300 week. I think there's enough of the background on Dressmaker's Daughter left for me to stitch that I can do that. Because that pink, or that background for the spring is pink. If I so choose. The second prompt is to stitch on something that you can tie into the letters P, I, N, or K.
What are the options for everything?
I pretty much have every stitching thing open because I have not stitched on anything, or I've, finished my round. And I could probably come up with just about anything. That's the full list.
Well, do you want to do the easy stuff or the...
What?
Well, the pirate.
Well, yeah, pirate. Anything with the letters for part of the title.
Arctic Blast, ice.
Uh-huh.
But I like the pirate.
Well, I can do that. I also have a free pass.
Okay.
Either the color or the word is getting the free pass. Stitch on a whip that is in its early stages. I consider this less than like 30% done. So I know these are all in that.
Cue ball.
Okay then. Which I actually think would fit for pink too. Because the designer's name I think is Karen. No. What is the texture? I don't remember off the top of my head. No. Then stitch on whip of choice. And it's something about answering a question about things to lower your breast cancer risks, like eating a healthy diet, losing weight, exercising properly, not taking hormone replacement therapies, or taking hormone replacement therapies. I can't remember which way it went. But, things you can do to lower your risks. Getting screened regularly is probably should be on that list too. So it's just a stitch on a whip of choice. So it's either going to be Dressmaker's Daughter or Quaker Ball. Whichever one I'm feeling.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. And then the last one is also stitch on a whip of choice. And the question is, did you know about male breast cancer? And I actually did. It's very rare. It's like 1% of all breast cancer is the male variant, but men do get breast cancer.
Just like women can be bald.
Exactly.
So, I'm talking naturally, not from the temper subjects. I said that and went, no, not because of. Yeah, and what's really funny
not because of chemo, naturally, not because of chemo, not because you decide to shave your head, not because, but yes, women can naturally suffer from hair loss. So the two choices are either going to be Dressmaker's Daughter or Quaker Ball, because I say.
Okay.
And that's plans for the week.
Yep.
And that's our stuff.
Yep.
Words. So, what do we want the people to do, darling?
Have a lovely week, and please be more awake than I am. Please like, share, subscribe, the bell notification thingy bobby. All that YouTube algorithm, please like us stuff.
And leave a comment.
Mm-hmm.
So, we would like to thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained? Dun 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 dun.
We hope you join us next week. We will see you then.
Bye.
Bye.